The Kingdom of Alvendor. At the head of the kingdom stood King Elaric, a strict ruler with a thick beard and a gaze that rarely revealed emotion. It was said he had never smiled, not because he couldn't, but because he believed a smile was a weakness no king could afford. Alvendor was a powerful kingdom, but was it the most powerful? Even Elaric himself would not claim that. To the north stretched the vast kingdom of Nordhelm. It was the largest realm in the region, almost constantly covered in snow and ice. Despite its brutal climate, its people were known for their strength. Their warriors were massive, trained from childhood, and nearly unbeatable in close combat. Rumors whispered that deep within their mountains lived giants, creatures controlled by their king, Thorvald Grimson. To the west lay the small kingdom of Virendal. Though the smallest in the region, it was a symbol of peace. Surrounded by mountains, it enjoyed natural protection and a stable, pleasant climate. Virendal avoided war and maintained careful relations with all. Still, rumors claimed that King Lucian Arden secretly commanded two powerful mages who served only him and the state. To the east stood the powerful kingdom of Valcoria. Larger than Alvendor but smaller than Nordhelm, Valcoria represented progress. Its army was the most modern, disciplined, and equipped with advanced weaponry for its time. They were always one step ahead in innovation. Some said they had secret agreements with the elves, though no one could prove it. To the south, across the sea, lay the wealthy kingdom of Ceralis. It did not border Alvendor directly, but the sea connected them. It was the richest kingdom in the region, with a massive navy and the finest merchants. Rumors claimed they possessed dragon eggs hidden in secret vaults, and that their power came from something ancient and dangerous. The world did not end there. The elves had a hidden kingdom, unreachable to human eyes, said to resemble paradise itself. Occasionally, an elf would appear among humans, but relations remained distant and mysterious. The dwarves had a highly organized kingdom and were known as the finest blacksmiths and bankers. They cooperated with humans better than most races. Goblins lived scattered across remote valleys and mountains, sometimes as tribes, sometimes as raiders, but never to be underestimated. Mages existed in many kingdoms, but rarely truly served rulers. King Elaric had a family that rarely appeared in public. His wife, Queen Merelda, was 43. Tall, with dark, carefully arranged hair and a calm but piercing gaze. Though she appeared gentle, her character was firm and authoritative. She was respected throughout the court for her loyalty and wisdom. Their daughter, Leona, was 25. Beautiful and confident, with long, light brown hair and sharp green eyes. She was often involved in politics and was known for speaking her mind, even in front of the king himself. Their son, the heir Aaron, was 18. Tall, strong, and athletic, with blonde hair and light blue eyes like his father. Trained from childhood in combat and strategy, he was already considered one of the most promising young commanders in the kingdom. Women adored him, and he knew it. Within the castle worked Elisa, 42. She possessed a simple but dignified beauty, dark hair touched with gray, gentle eyes, and a face marked by years of loyal service. She had been with the royal family since Aaron was a child. She raised him, watched him grow. Often, she was closer to him than his own parents. But over time, that relationship changed. Aaron was no longer a child. One evening, in the silent corridors of the castle, he found Elisa alone in the library. "Always here when I need you," he said with a half-smile, leaning against the table. She didn't look at him immediately. "I am a servant, Your Highness. That is my duty." He stepped closer. "Sometimes I think it's more than duty." Her gaze hardened. "Aaron, don't." But he continued, softer now. "You're the only one who truly understands me." She finally looked at him, her eyes filled with concern and fear. "I raised you. I watched you grow. And that is exactly why you must stop this." He smiled, but this time without confidence. "When I want something, I get it." She stepped back. "Not with me. If you continue like this, I will tell the king and queen." Silence. The mention of his parents changed everything. Aaron knew she wasn't bluffing. Elisa was loyal, but also principled, respected by both the king and queen. "So you hate me that much?" he asked quietly. "No," she replied immediately. "That's exactly why I will stop you before you do something you'll regret for the rest of your life." This wasn't the first time Aaron had tried. For months, he had been watching her. For the last 2 months, he had been trying to get her into his bed. Every time, rejected. But this was the first time she had threatened to tell his parents. And Aaron knew, if that happened, his reputation would be destroyed. Still, deep inside, he believed one thing: he could have anything he wanted. That night, after leaving the library, Aaron felt frustration burning beneath his pride. He wasn't used to rejection, especially not from someone like Elisa. To bury that feeling, he summoned a young court-maid to his chambers. That night was an attempt to prove something to himself, but deep down, he knew it wasn't what he truly wanted. Morning brought something far greater than personal turmoil. A messenger arrived on horseback, covered in dust and salt, his clothes carrying the scent of the sea. The news was urgent. In the southern city of Seldarian, one of the most important trade and military centers of Alvendor, its ruler had died. Margrave Darian Velk. The title Margrave was no ordinary one. He was guardian of the frontier, master of the coastline, a key figure in defending against threats from the sea. And he had died without naming a clear heir. King Elaric immediately summoned his council. Present were his most powerful advisors, Lord Vargan Kraus, supreme military commander, hardened by war, cold and calculating, believed only in strength. Magister Orin Thalis, royal advisor of law and politics, thin, calm, and dangerously intelligent. Sarah Jelena Moore, master of spies, silent, watchful, always ahead of everyone else. Archmage Revion, representative of the mages, not fully loyal, but respectful of balance. After a short but heavy discussion, the king made his decision. Aaron was summoned. "You will go to Seldarian," said the king without introduction. Aaron straightened. "As my only son, you will rule there temporarily. You will be my eyes and ears until a true heir is chosen." A pause. "I want no mistakes." For the first time, Aaron felt a weight heavier than any sword. "Am I ready?" He didn't say it. He simply nodded. "There are 3 possible heirs," Aaron continued. Illyria Velk, the daughter, intelligent, cold, politically sharp. Many feared her mind, but doubted her because she was a woman. Kaldor Velk, the son, a warrior, brave but impulsive, loved by soldiers, distrusted by nobles. Rogan Velk, the brother, patient, ambitious, and dangerous, a man who waits because he knows time is his ally. "One of them will rule," said the king, "but we will decide who. I will need people I trust, Aron said. "Who?" the king asked. Without hesitation, Elisa, as his personal attendant and court steward, he know why he want her with him, because of his hidden desire to have her, to possess her in the way he had been trying for months. Darn Vorn, his personal guard, Sir Malik, his combat trainer, Talvin Ress, strategist, Lyria Sel, an architect from Seldarian. The king paused. Elisa may go with her family. Aron hid his surprise. Good. But, the king added, you will also take my men. Captain Rudin Kyle, commander of the city garrison, Leorin West, royal overseer and observer, an elite unit of soldiers. Aron understood. They trusted him, but not completely. When Elisa learned she would go, she fell silent. This is a mistake, she said later. No, Aron replied. It's an opportunity. Not for us. He looked at her. We'll see. As the caravan prepared, rumors spread. Nordhelm was gathering armies, Valcoria was testing new weapons, Ceralis was sending ships north. And now, Seldarian had no true ruler, a perfect target. As the horses moved along the stone road, Aron looked back at the castle one last time. He was leaving as a prince, but in Seldarian, he would have to become a ruler, or be devoured by those who already smelled weakness. And somewhere behind him, in the shadows of the palace, someone had already begun weaving a game that perhaps even the king could not see.